Hi friends, happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. The weather is nice and sunny, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And the story that I wanted to share with you today is The Last Stop on Market Street, which is written by Matt de la Peña, and the pictures are by Christian Robinson. So this story talks about all the different people that we have in a community. These can be the people that you see at school or at the post office, the park, the barber shop, your church, any place that you go in your community, you see all different sorts of people. And all these people have a special job to be a helper to the community. So I want you to think, what do you do to help your community? It could be anything that you do to help your family, or maybe help your friends at school, or even help maybe a stranger. So think about things that you can do to be a helper. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's red umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that tree slurping up water with a big straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but he didn't see the big straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals. He watched rain patter against the windshields of nearby cars. His friend Colby climbed into a car and gave CJ a wave and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged as the doors swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear and placed it into his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar, and an old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same thing too. The bus lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knitted. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ asked. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the Sunglass Man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling very sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side and watched a group of boys hop curbs on their bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact, and their noses too," the man said, sniffing at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, my ma'am." Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. They both had iPods. "I sure wish I had one of those," he said. Nana set down her knitting. "What for? You got the real live thing sitting right across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song?" CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking his strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered. I like to close my eyes. Nana closed her eyes too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus and out of the busy city. He was seeing sunset colors swirling over crashing waves. He saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky. He saw an old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full and was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it into the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows and boarded-up stores. He reached for his Nana's hands. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what is beautiful. Just then, CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over the soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She just patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on. Now that we heard the story about CJ's adventure in his community and all the different people that he met, I'm wondering what ideas that you guys came up with. What things do you do to help the community or help your family? And now the challenge for today is to help somebody. You could help maybe your mom or dad cook dinner, or take the dog on a walk, or you could even help someone by making them smile, tell them a joke, do a silly dance. There's so many ways that we can help the people in our community, and I'm sure you guys will do an amazing job of helping people today. Thank you for reading Last Stop on Market Street with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.